Hello, beautiful mamas. As a working mom, sometimes I can really feel scattered, unorganized, or simply just rushing from one thing to another and all over the place. Finding time for myself and finding my sanity can almost feel like an impossible dream. Can you relate? Well, this is why I have created my free Mama's Guide to Creating Balance and Harmony as my gift to you. This guide contains my top 10 tips to creating balance and harmony in your life, as well as 3 beautiful trackers to help you get onto your journey in a fun and simple way. I have found by incorporating daily self-care routines and practices in my life for as little as 5 minutes a day, I am feeling more grounded, centered, and calm. By me tapping into my best version through these practices, I am also a better mom, a better partner, and a better colleague. Well, really, just a better human being in all the ways. So, if this sounds like something that you would like to explore, click on the link in the show notes below and download your free guide today. We were all born with the innate power of knowing and wisdom within us. The challenge for many of us is that we were taught to seek answers externally instead of searching from within. And this is the reason why so many of us find ourselves going around in circles, searching for new ways, but could never find the way. The womanly way. It's not the way. It's not my way. But it is a pathway to support all of us returning back to self, reconnect with our inner wisdom through loving ourselves, knowing ourselves, and reconnecting with ourselves.
Tell me and be honest. Tell me should I've known.
So we can start to find our own way as modern day women. Are you interested? Well, sit back, relax, and welcome to this amazing journey. Hello. Welcome to this episode of The Womanly Way. I am your host, Lala Angela Wang. Merry Christmas! I don't know about you. I'm sort of a bit of a sitting on the fence kind of person when it comes to Christmas. I love Christmas, but sometimes it really takes me a long time to warm up to Christmas as well. I think it's just because of the work that I do. Generally, towards the end of the year, it's push. And unless I finish early for the year, which does happen sometimes, I don't tend to get into the Christmas spirit until after the last day. So this year, we are finishing off on the 21st and 22nd is a Friday. So 22nd is the first day off. So I think I probably won't be in the Christmas spirit until like the 23rd. And at home this year, I've decided not to do a Christmas tree just because George is in this phase of like so much curiosity and he'll just like pull everything off. I'm just like, okay, maybe we'll do Christmas tree next year. Who knows? We'll see how we go. But regardless which stage you are in, right, you might be chill, calm and collected, finish work early and just getting ready for Christmas, super excited. You might be still waiting for work to finish like me, and there's just so much work to do that you might be feeling a bit stressed. Or you might be preparing Christmas and feeling a bit stressed. Whatever situation you are now, I do want to be able to support you in this week's episode by talking about quite a simple process or simple practice that's really helped me, I guess, calm my nervous system, but also just see things from a different perspective. During the silly season, there's already a lot of silliness around at work where just unrealistic deadlines, people, losing their nanas or having tantrums, or just being super rude and demanding and all the things. And I already had to put in a few boundaries this year with one of my teams. Also, not to mention the current astrological, is that the word? Situation in the sky doesn't help either, right? So really, this Christmas, lay low, avoid all conflict at all cost, yet set clear boundaries with yourself and with others is very important. But some days, like my day last Thursday, I think we just need to have a backup plan in place that would get us into a different vibrational state, right? Um, Long story short, I've got a project that I've been working on for the past 3 years. Now, this is very long for my role. Generally, a year is reasonable. 2 years is a bit too long, but 3 years is ridiculous considering I had a maternity leave in between and been asked to come back to this project. And the deal was come end of this year, that was it. Right? So I wrote an email to the team and I said, and this was last week, I said, I've got 2 weeks left. Let me know what you need from me so I can hand over. And the lead person on this project literally wrote me a lengthy email to say, we need you to deliver this and that and get all these things finished on the team's to-do list under the design component. Well, what they have done is they have not allocated responsibility correctly. So a lot of things are actually not under my roles and responsibilities. I got assigned to it. So I end up writing an email in the middle of the night to this person because I had a client function that day and I saw that email on my way home. And literally clarify what things that are still actually on my to-do list and really just set the scene. Also reminding him that, I am committed to this project because I've been committing to this project for the past 3 years. And if it's anyone else, they probably wouldn't be. So this event actually inspired me to do this podcast and talk about gratitude because gratitude was what got me through this whole entire way with this difficult situation, this difficult client, difficult projects, just everything's very difficult, right? So out of the 3 years, I think it doesn't matter what industry you're in, under any challenging circumstances, the first thing you'll see is high staff turnover. Right? This project has a very high staff turnover, and whenever a new person starts, it's like a brand new energy, brand new vibration, right? And I've gone through this for the past 3 years, and there's been 20 staff turnovers. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of reintroduction, there's a lot of question that continues to be asked, and that I have to assist the team with because I'm the only person left on my side. My team has been there since the beginning. But what really got me through is really seeing the glass. I don't even know whether half full and half empty is the way to describe it, but seeing what I'm grateful for. But going beyond and going the next level, and we'll talk about this in a lot more detail, but that's what helped me through. So the title of this podcast is Why I Don't Believe Simply Being Grateful is Enough. And what I mean by simply being grateful, a lot of us, we heard doing gratitude journal is good for us, so we do gratitude. But the gratitude generally goes like, I'm grateful for my mom, I'm grateful for my son, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my job, I'm grateful for my having a roof over my head. But as I recite through this list, right, do you feel that makes you grateful? Probably not, because it's just a list, right? I don't remember where I heard this from, but this was years ago when I started doing gratitude. Let's face it, I was a very ungrateful brat growing up. Like, gratitude isn't something that I have in my blood growing up. I don't know why. I think I was just very entitled. And when I started my personal development journey, I read about this thing about gratitude. So I used to do my weekly gratitude live video on Facebook. And I will literally go through the 10 things I'm grateful for that week. That's it. I will walk around, and do my live. And now reflecting back on it, I'm like, am I just doing gratitude for the just for the sake of doing gratitude? I was, because I didn't get it. And it wasn't until a couple of years ago, I either saw something or read something about how if you are to, I think it was from uh, Marie Forleo, actually. I was listening to one of her podcasts, interesting enough, um, that I learned how to do gratitude journaling properly. And Marie said, if you want to do gratitude, you need to, first of all, state what you're grateful for, but secondly, why you are grateful for. Whether it's a thing, a person, whatever it is, write the why and the emotion that you can this thing in the reason, the better. And ever since I heard this, I started to incorporate it into my practice. But through my own experience, I now understand why it is so important. Because if you really think about it, from a psychology perspective, whenever we're experiencing a peak of emotion, whether it's a negative emotion or a positive emotion, if you only experience it once, that's fine. But if you continue to experience that emotion multiple times, it actually, it's like is it a, would you say a scar? No, it's like it adds layer to it, and then it becomes thicker and thicker and thicker until it becomes like emotional memory. I can't remember the technical terms for all of these things. I do apologize. But essentially, in a simplistic kind of way, right? It's just like you are adding muscle memories to emotion. Like when you repeatedly doing something, the muscle gets stronger. So as you are putting these emotions into your gratitude journal, you're reinforcing your gratitude muscle. But when you only just list it out, saying, yes, I'm grateful for this, yes, I'm grateful for that, I'm grateful for this, it's almost like task-like. So it already becomes, before you know it, it's already becoming just this very mundane and unconscious thing that you're doing, right? And you're not making it personal. So then you're not really exercising your gratitude muscle. Emotional psychology is like you add emotion, everything amplifies, right? If it's a negative emotion and you amplify that emotion, everything gets amplified. And that's how our negative emotions are sort of formed in our system and needed to be healed, because they amplified and become like a really hard tumor in our system. Same thing with positive emotions. So we want to create positive, I know that's so wrong, but we want to create positive tumors in our system. Um, Essentially, we wanted to create positive muscles in our system. So then, whenever we have a negative event happening in our life, we tap into this positive muscle, it almost cancels out negative memory. It allows, it's like a tipping scale, isn't it? It tips us over to the positive scale. So then we can essentially switch our emotions around and tap into the positive emotion. So essentially, I'm using gratitude as something that I tap into whenever I have a shit day, right? Because that is the quickest way to switch my emotions. I used to have, when I first started, I used to have this saying or this mantra that I used to say to myself all the time. I'm the queen of quick turnarounds. I'm the queen of quick turnarounds. Now, this is in my Amway days, though. This is something I learned during my days of, the Amway MLM sales experience, and they used to say, I am the queen of quick turnaround. But I reapplied it to gratitude. And I find the moment that I can tap into gratitude and then find the emotion to amplify gratitude, I'm not angry anymore. I'm not upset anymore. I'm not pissed off anymore. And it's just, yes, it's a shitty situation I hate, but there's so much more in my life that I'm grateful for that I'd rather spend my energy in gratitude, right? And to give you guys an example, it's like I'm really grateful for George because George shows me what pure emotion, like the most innocent side of emotion is, right? He shows me to be at present and enjoy the present moment every single day. There's so much to be joyful about for our day to day. There's so much to enjoy. And just watching him enjoy and being in the moment helps me being in the moment. But what you want to do is put so much emotion in there. Like when I do my gratitude, I do write them, but I also want to feel them. What you want is you have this overwhelmingly feeling about gratitude. And then you want to spread that gratitude to the person, to the things, the energy, that vibration, that frequency, to the person, to the things that you are grateful for. Right. So it's a twofold thing. One is that you are allowed to feel your system, your body, your vibration, your frequency with the frequency of gratitude. At the same time, what you're doing is you're overflowing, allowing the energy to overflow and pass on to the thing, to the person, to the situation. So then you're spreading vibration or frequency of gratitude. Yes, even things, they can all feel it. Everything has got a vibration. It's just some are stiffer and some are higher in vibration. Like obviously furnitures and things has got sort of a more solid vibration, but slower or harder, depending on how you want to describe it. But they will feel it. I truly believe that our surroundings, our environment, receive energy, absorbs energy. And so when we can spread gratitude around, like you're just gonna be this person when people see you. They feel the energy of gratitude. How amazing is that? Right? And why do I want that for you and for the people around you? Sometimes it's hard to feel love, like love is next level. Sometimes it's hard to feel acceptance, forgiveness, but gratitude is like positive emotion 101. If you can't bring yourself to the place of love, acceptance, forgiveness, then at least have gratitude. You don't even have to be gratitude for that person that's causing you the pain, the anger, the whatever. But you can have gratitude for all the things around it to make that event, that person's action not so important anymore. So I guess for me, it's like if you are feeling stressed, if you are feeling overwhelmed, if the holiday season just creates too much anxiety, spend even if you just spend a minute a day, just a minute. If you need to play some background music, do so. Write it down. And it's important to write things down because this is what I truly believe. In order to make something a reality, in order to amplify the emotions, we can't just live in our head. We need to write them down because what it is it's like that concept of abracadabra, right? You're essentially abracadabra is you speaking things into existence. But if you write it and then you speak it out, then it's like your eyes are seeing what you're feeling and thinking. That's more real. And then by listening to your own voice, it actually allows everything to amplify even more, right? So if you're just thinking it, it's not always real and it's not as a strong of an attachment physically. And that's why a lot of people ask, you know, if you're doing gratitude, do gratitude journals because by writing it, it's like a way of transforming whatever's in your head into reality. And energy work, it's all about transforming it into reality. And like I said, if you then breathe it out, for some reason, our subconscious is very, very good at learning, absorbing, amplifying knowledge if we speak it out and hearing our own sound. Yeah, so you're essentially tapping into all of your senses through this gratitude practice if you write it down and read it out. And the more senses you can tap into with any emotional practices, the quicker the transformation, the better that your body will absorb it because we all sensory beings, but we all have different ways of receiving information. So more ways you can allow yourself to receive this information, you're able to receive it quicker. If you're ever learning things, try to find a way that you absorb the information in multiple ways simultaneously. It was really interesting. I'm currently listening to this audiobook called The Psychology of Money. And the author, at the beginning of the book, literally said the best way he believed to learn about the psychology of money, this book and the content, is to buy an audiobook, buy a physical book, read and listen to it at the same time. It's the same theory. The more senses you can tap into whenever you're learning new information or whenever you're, training your subconscious mind, you want to be able to tap into as many sensories as possible. So what I really recommend, like I said, a minute a day. If you don't have time to do it twice a day, do it just before you go to bed. Even if you just write one thing that you're grateful for and why. Like, have it in a diary, read it out, feel it out before you go to bed. And as you lay in bed and closing your eyes, I want you to kind of feel those emotions still, feel that gratitude, and just allow it to float in your system, just imagining a color. What color would that gratitude be? Seeing it spread all over your body from head to toe, and then allow whatever extra gratitude to flow onto the person that's in the situation that you hold gratitude for. And any extra from their point on to anyone else in your life that may need it. With the intention that this is going to be absorbed and processed in sleep, and amplified as well. If you can do this for 90 days, it becomes a habit, right? So our cells in our body takes 90 days to regenerate. And if you do things for 90 days, it'll become ingrained. If you can't do 90 days, at least do 30 days to get you through this holiday season, or till the 1st of January. But if you've done it till the 1st of January, you might as well extend it, right? It can be part of your New Year's resolution. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully it gives you a bit more clarity around journaling or gratitude journaling if you haven't done it before. And you're scared of doing it, it's not that scary. And hopefully it encourages you to do it as well, because there's so many benefits in doing gratitude. Like for me, it's really not about what it does to other people. It just allows me to be a better human being, be around. So I could be sometimes when I'm in that mood, I'm not the most pleasant person to be around, you know, and I don't like that. So it allows me at least, at minimum, to be a more pleasant person to be around, allows me to be more positive. And of course, there's other benefits, that stems from it. But whatever you do in life, and that's what I truly believe, do it for you first. And that means you attract better people. It means people prefer to be around you more. They're all bonuses. Your job is just stay in your lane and be the best that you can. That's all it is. And what you'll find is through gratitude practice, that's what it does. It allows you to focus in your own lane, focus on you, and everything else dropped away because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. Half the times when we're like angry, upset, depressed, anxious, overwhelmed, it's because we're trying to satisfy everyone else around us. And if we just do this one thing for ourselves every day, have that one day focusing on ourselves, watch your life change. As little as it may feel, you will feel the change because everything amplifies. So this will be the last English episode that I have before Christmas. So on that note, I would love to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Enjoy time off, enjoy time with your friends and families, whoever you choose to celebrate Christmas with. Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, have a lovely holiday season. And I shall speak to you next time. Bye. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Womanly Way. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast if you feel aligned to do so. Or check out our post-show discussions on my Instagram page @The Womanly Way. See you next time.